it's a moment of greater uncertainty for people because already the COVID was creating a lot of chaos in this country, and then started with the food insecurity. Now it moved into a crucial conflict with a changing scenario where Taliban have taken control over the entire country. So there's a lot of anxiety among people about what's going to happen to their future, especially for women and girls. What would be the future direction? So there's a lot of anxiety around that.
What about for World Vision? How have your operations been affected by the unfolding situation in Afghanistan?
As I told you, we are working in 4 provinces with greater focus around wash, health, nutrition, livelihoods, protection, education. So at this point of time, we have to temporarily suspend many of our activities. One thing is because there's so much of anxiety among the staff about their safety and security. So as an organization, we want to make sure that the staff are willing to move to the field. So then we said we will also temporarily suspend, and also we want to focus that we want our female colleagues to be working in the field. We have invested a lot in their capacity, and they have done tremendous work for the development of this country. So we want to continuously advocate that our female colleagues are able to have access to the field and continue their work as before. So keeping all this in mind, we have temporarily suspended our projects.
Has there been any dialogue between World Vision and the Taliban, and have the Taliban been able to give you any assurances that you can continue your operations on the ground?
Yeah, we have been met by the Taliban leadership. Many people have been, Taliban representatives have been reaching out to us, asking us to continue our humanitarian services in the communities wherever we are operational. So that's happening. And they have been also giving commitment to us that the safety and the security of staff will be ensured, though there is no clear guidance on our female workforce. So that puts us into a lot of risk. So we really want them to implementing these agreements, the promises that they make. If that could be actualized, that would be a great thing to go forward.
So what would have to happen to allow your staff to feel safe enough to go back into the field and start working and working with women and children?
Those agreements, those promises need to be kept up, and there needs to be a lot of effort in creating trust among people that things will not be the same 20 years ago, that there is a change of attitude and things will be different. So that is what people are looking for.
So the Taliban have said that women's rights will be protected within the limits of Sharia law. What do you think that means for women, and particularly taking into consideration that caveat?
Yeah, that is the challenging part, honestly, because what do they mean by we respect the women's rights under the Sharia law? So the humanitarian community is waiting for a joint operating procedure to be introduced by the Taliban, which would highlight what are their agreements on humanitarian actors to be functioning. So that would be the clear guideline to see whether they have clearly stated what would be their statement, or what would be their requirement when they say we respect women's rights under the Sharia law. We need more clarity on that.
Many people are trying to leave Afghanistan at the moment, including aid workers. Why have you decided to stay?
I don't think there is a commitment from the humanitarian organizations to stay and deliver. Maybe this is a temporary move, but they would come back understanding how the situation emerges. So I don't think there is any lack of commitment from the humanitarian actors, knowing that there is so much of humanitarian crisis in this country. Honestly, I feel there is a total commitment from every humanitarian organization for this country, but maybe it is a temporary move and they will come back once things are moving in the right direction. So they are waiting to see how Taliban are going to respond to this emerging crisis, and what will be their role. So that clarity is needed. So maybe it's a temporary move out, but I'm sure there's no lack of commitment from any humanitarian.